So guys, Bitcoin is currently trading at 60,000. The FOMC meeting happened today and altcoins took a huge hit, as well as Bitcoin currently trading at 60,000, probably deviating to around 59,000. I want to talk about exactly price predictions around Bitcoin, where we could be potentially going based off of the CPI data that's going to be coming out tomorrow, and a little bit more information based off of where we're at in this cycle and when altcoins could be potentially seeing that huge rip or a deviation to the lower point. Overall though, if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm just an intermediate trader showing you guys my wins, my losses, documenting my journey, and keeping you guys updated on the market so that you guys can capitalize on the markets. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, as I said, Bitcoin's currently trading at around 60,000. Overall, we could be deviating to that 59,000 mark based off of a great post from Justin Bennett. We've been following Justin Bennett just because he was calling this deviation in September, at the end of September, and overall we have been seeing it. So overall, we are seeing that region 60,000 potentially going down to that 59,000 to pretty much sweep out those longs. And overall, currently right now with the RSIs, you can see it's currently trading at 31, almost in the oversold region. And that's currently what's going on with, you know, the sell the news events and everyone that is reacting to the markets. It's really squeezing out everyone before this huge, you know, whole run. Everyone's calling it a pre-election dump. But overall, Bitcoin is trading downwards, and this is having an effect on altcoins as well, as you can see on the side. But overall, if we jump into the post from Justin Bennett, I shot a video yesterday talking about what was going on in the markets, but as you guys know, crypto just shoots off and goes down and up really quickly. So I threw that video out the window and making a new video for you guys so that we can stay updated with the current things going on. So overall, like how I said, today on Wednesday, we saw the FOMC minutes of meeting that took place had an effect on the markets. Tomorrow we could be seeing another effect on the markets with the US CPI data. Wizards of Soho talked about it. He says, wow, alts getting destroyed while stocks are pumping. If CPI is bad tomorrow and stocks get crushed, get ready for a legendary capitulation of alts and memes. A big if. 820 EST is going to be streaming it to talk about the CPI. But he goes on to also say pretty much in terms of how everything is going for the CPI, and if it would have a huge rip based off of, you know, what he is currently seeing. So he says right here, don't worry, we won't go to zero before tomorrow. These dips are for buying. Tomorrow, if CPI is bad, then yeah, gulag. But CPI can reverse it all back to 66K tomorrow. 8:20 a.m. he's going to stream and talk all about it. But he pretty much talks about how this event is not the end for crypto. We could be seeing some capitulation take place, but overall, you know, it could be also a huge rip up for altcoins and the markets. But at the end of the day, based off of what Justin Bennett's talking about and the price action that we'll be seeing, more than likely we're going to be deviating a little bit lower, and I want you guys to anticipate that. So from that meeting and everything that's been taking place, he started giving a little bit of information on what he thought was going to be happening before the meeting took place, and then from there, conviction actually started to happen based off of the price action that he was seeing. So pretty much right here, he was talking about exactly what was happening before the meeting, a little Bitcoin wedgie action ahead of today's FOMC minutes meeting. A reclaim of 61,800 to 62K is needed to confirm this. See today's video's details, but overall, we did not claim that region. As you guys can see now, we're trading at that 60,000 mark. Well, he pretty much gave an update based off of what was going on and currently what has happened. He says Bitcoin 61K long swept as he discussed today. If Bitcoin is going to bounce, it needs to do it here and reclaim 62K. Otherwise, 59 to 60K is next. This was 5 hours ago, and now, of course, we're in that 60,000 region. And then he goes on to talk about exactly what is happening currently in the markets. He says the Bitcoin ascending channel, as he outlined on October 4th, was how bulls could have avoided the 59 to 57K region. It just broke down on the 4-hour time frame. Next stop, 59K. So based off of pretty much the 4-hour time frame, this deviation point that is taking place, we could be deviating to that 59K region, and then from 59K would be that 57K region. Overall though, we've been keeping up with this price action just because all these sweeps are having a big effect on the altcoin market and, you know, the dominance around Bitcoin as well. Overall though, we're still trading sideways. I'm gonna make another video talking about what you guys should be doing right now and what everyone is mainly talking about, which honestly you shouldn't really be doing anything. Just, you know, maybe adding on your bags, dollar cost averaging, and realizing which sectors you want to focus on. But overall guys, we are still waiting for Bitcoin to make a huge move with that CPI data that's coming out tomorrow. Like Wizards of Soho said, also getting destroyed with the CPI. Everything could be, you know, a legendary capitulation mark for that. But at the same time, we're not going to be going to zero. These dips are for buying. Tomorrow, if the CPI is bad, yeah, of course, we're going to be in the gulag, all, you know, fighting for each other, trying to get out and get in. But the CPI can also reverse everything. So you guys just got to be bullish. All right, overall on where we're at in this crypto cycle, I saw a great post from CryptoCon. He says, I think we'd all like to know what is taking Bitcoin so long to do something. When you look at previous cycles, it all makes sense. 2012, 2016, and 2020 were all miles away from all-time highs on October 8th. So in the previous cycles, guys, we were away from all-time highs in those previous cycles. And in 2024, this is a completely different cycle. We're on the verge of crazy gains with the sideways deviation price action that we've been seeing, and the fact that we saw an all-time high for Bitcoin before the Bitcoin halving, which if you guys aren't aware of that information, you should go check that out. That's what makes this, you know, whole cycle and multiple other indicators different from other cycles. But he says, but 2024 is just an inch pretty much from the all-time highs, whereas in those other cycles we were a ways away from it. We are ahead still of other cycles. 2012 and 2016 wouldn't see new all-time highs for another 5 to 6 months. Perspective is key. Bitcoin is doing great. Overall, I've been talking about how we've been seeing this long consolidation. People have been talking about for altcoins, it's been taking over for around 4 years. I mean, with Bitcoin, you know, we've been seeing it for the past 2 years. And, you know, with this sideways deviation that takes place, we have to have some release, a huge rip up in the market. Not have to, but it usually takes place, guys. History doesn't repeat, it rhymes. So overall, basically, where we're at in this cycle, we're very ahead. We're on the verge of crazy gains, and with the price action around Bitcoin and these huge events that are coming out with the US election, Fed cuts, and more stuff with FTX distributions getting approved, there's a ton of, you know, movement going on in the markets, and global liquidity is starting to shoot up. So we're pretty much where we need to be. I know everyone might be worried about, you know, where we're at in this crypto cycle based off of the price action around Bitcoin and how altcoins are currently looking, but we're ahead, guys. We're ahead of all the other crypto cycles, and you need to be able to recognize different patterns like this so that you can have a higher commitment and confidence in the market and in your projects. Another cool indicator that I wanted to bring up to y'all's attention, nothing too big or that's going to make a big difference, but something from the Bitcoin magazine, new on average Bitcoin bull cycles began 170 days after the halving event, meaning the bull run could start within this month. Very, very bullish. And guys, yeah, the Bitcoin halving event, I wasn't too aware of, you know, what currently happens after Bitcoin halving events and all this stuff. I learned so much from documenting my whole journey in 2024, realizing when to buy and when not to buy. But overall, based off of these you know, time frames, usually after that 170 days, we see a huge rip up for altcoins, for Bitcoin and everything else. So, you know, on terms of, you know, previous price action on, you know, halving events and everything, this is a very, very bullish time, especially since we're nearing the end of the month, and a few other different things are taking place. On top of that, guys, altcoins. What's going on with altcoins? Are altcoins going to be dead? Are they dead? Altcoins, the last time we saw a bullish cross in the MACD, which we have saw a bullish cross, he talked about it yesterday, Mustache, you should go follow this guy around altcoins, give some great charts. It was exactly a year ago, the last time we crossed that MACD. He says after that, altcoins recorded $150, after that, altcoins recorded a 150% increase in the markets. Now we're facing another bullish cross. Not financial advice, but all dips are for buying. Big bull is coming. Now, guys, there's a lot of different, you know, sentiment in the markets, which I'm also going to shoot another video after this talking about what I think you should be doing right now, and how I feel on the markets. But overall, right now, guys, you know, with these dips, everyone's saying, oh, you shouldn't be buying dips, you shouldn't be reallocating, you should be, at the end of the day, guys, do what you think is necessary. But at the end of the day, I think you should be dollar cost averaging whenever we have times like this, just because people are so fearful, they're not even taking advantage of these times. They want to buy when everything is green and when everything is euphoric, and at the end of the day, that's whenever you miss out on a few X potentials. But guys, overall, that is what's currently going on in the crypto markets. Just a brief synopsis. Overall, Bitcoin is trading at 60,000. The overall RSI is almost below, or almost at the oversold region, which is, you know, kind of bullish for us. But based off of the price action with Bitcoin and currently what's been happening with the FOMC minutes meeting that came out and the data that's going to be coming out for the CPI, overall we could be deviating to that 59K, and after 59K, 57K is on the table. A deviation towards that lower point is on the table, guys. Do not forget about that. Overall though, with that CPI data that's going to be coming out tomorrow, it could have a great effect in terms of capitulation for alts and meme coins, and it could also be a complete reversal for everything. I honestly do not think it's going to be a reversal. I think we're going to be deviating lower just because we need that liquidity in the markets, freaking fly, in order to start shooting back up. But overall, I would love to see us shoot up. At the end of the day, I would love to see that. I'd like to be rich already. Other than that, in terms of where we're at in this crypto cycle, guys, we are on track. If anything, we are ahead. And just because we've been seeing this sideways consolidation that's been taking place for so long, overall, we're on the verge of crazy rips. And everyone's been saying it. Everyone's been saying it, guys. Dips are for buying. Dips are for buying. Dollar cost average. Don't throw all your money into it, but dollar cost average into these specific projects that you like. Just because if you can get them at better buys, you're going to be better off, and especially if you're invested in good projects. And last thing, overall, usually in bull cycles, everything begins after the Bitcoin halving event, 170 days after that event. And currently that means it could be potentially happening this month already. But overall, guys, that's currently what's going on in the markets. Deviations with Bitcoin. Overall, we're at the end of a crypto cycle. Alt season is about to begin. I'm going to keep you guys updated on the markets with videos just like this. Like how I said, if you're new to the channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, keeping you guys updated with the events and specific things that matter, because everyone gets all this other information and data and viewpoints from everyone else, which is great. I think you should get different perspectives, but overall I like to give you guys concise information on what's currently going on and what we could be seeing, as well as give you information on specific coins and everything like that, and my buys and my failures and everything else in between. But overall, guys, keep up with Bitcoin, keep up with exactly everything that's going on. At the end of the day, I don't think you really need to keep up with everything too much. I think you need to take a step back, just because everything is just trading sideways and consolidation is taking place. But overall, I can't wait. Everything could just change in the flip of a switch. So I'll keep you guys updated on the markets. If you're new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this channel. Overall, I want to be able to educate everyone, document, entertain everyone as well. And overall, if we can get rich in the process, let's get rich, baby. But overall, guys, I'm going to keep dropping daily content. Stay tuned for more. And other than that, I hope I see you guys in the next one. Peace.